Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be scanning this recent sculpture of Metroid, and I am going to set up the creality lizard to scan it up, and as you can see I have it on a turntable, so this is going to make it much easier to scan. And it is still drying. It helps to have the clay just a little bit lighter when you scan. I also have these chunks of clay here I'm going to remove prior to scanning because that's really going to help out. Otherwise you're going to have to remove this in post using Mesh Mixer, Blend, or some sort of 3D software. Let me see if I can remove this really quick. It's not on very tight. It just, there we go. That's one chunk. Now I have this chunk here. There we go. And then I'll put it back once I'm done with this. There's the other chunk. And now I have another one here. And it's very smooth. I'm actually going to hold on to these for transport when I get to the kiln. I'll just put these aside. They're still kind of wet. So as you rotate the sculpture, you see how precarious it is. It's just really held up by 1 foot, a knee, and another foot, and then the pedestal where Metroid is. So I want to make sure that I don't create a lot of imperfections. Another thing to note is that where I put the sticks to hold it, I didn't cover it because the sculpture I'm going to fire pretty much as a whole. The only thing I'm going to drill out, once this is completely dry, I'm going to take a drill bit and I'm going to drill in the center of this cube all the way to the hips, and that's going to be that. At this point, it's pretty decent for you to do some carving on it. If you want to get some last minute details, you can still carve it up. But I'm going to go ahead and start the scanning process. It gives you a countdown, and now this is going to be, and I'm starting to get an object on there. It needs some sort of registration as you are running around. This one's a little bit more of a complex sculpture, so you want to be really slow with the scanner. So at this point I'm actually going to move the entire turntable, but it helps to have some way of rotation. It makes it much easier because the cables on the creality lizard are very short and it needs to be plugged into a computer. Also for a computer it helps to have an Intel processor. The one thing I've noticed is that a lot of people have issues with Ryzen processors while scanning. This system uses, I believe, LiDAR, and you could get an app for your phone. I believe the iPhone 13 has got LiDAR built in, but the scanning is not that good. So at this point, I'm just going to get a different vantage point. Make sure you scan the base as well. Remember, white objects help much more than dark objects like this. And it's very difficult to scan a shiny object. That's why you have paint specifically for 3D scanners that comes off, because when you have dark objects and shiny objects, the printer just can't handle it. Get the arm here. Slowly move around. And now I'm going to move my scanner down like this because I want to aim it up and get any of the details. And I'm only at 600 polygons. I'm going to get at the very bottom here. That's one of the things that I did before. I didn't scan a lot from underneath. But for this, there's a lot of detail underneath. A lot of times you get like black spots after you scan something. for some reason they're still there. If you were to hit quit, you would still have those objects already scanned. Now I'm going to move the scanner all the way to the top to get a different vantage point. Notice I'm holding the cable as well. Just moving it to the top. And I'm going to rotate it. I want to get the gun. Tracking loss. I'm going to get a little bit of the hand cannon here. Well, I lost my tracking. I want to get that boot. Make sure I get underneath of the arm here. Sometimes it loses the tracking when I move too fast as well. There we go. All right, I think we're at 1700 polygons. I'm going to hit stop. I'm going to go ahead and process it because that's going to fill in all the holes. Once all the holes are filled in, then we can export this into our mesh mixer and Blender and finalize the scan.